Alright, this is Grayson with Garvin's. We're at 7229 South Tamarac Court in Littleton. So we are at the City Tap currently. We are only about 63 feet out from the access. I'm working from the clean out that is in the cast iron, just past where that patch is on the copper. And the line is concrete all the way after the cast iron. Line's in decently rough condition, probably has a repair in its future, though currently is freely flowing. We've got a bit of a blurry camera. Let's see if we can... Tap looks to be in okay condition, considering it's concrete. A couple areas look like they're kind of starting to collapse. Jason was out previously to clean the sewer line and succeeded. Had a little bit of mud whenever he pulled back his roots. There are still some roots left over, which is to be expected whenever we've got questionable quality of pipe. So something on the top there looks like it's starting to crack. Not really too bad in the way of offsets or anything, just the roots have started to grow through that concrete at a couple of spots. Now, normally roots will just grow in at the joints, but with concrete, since it's kind of porous, as you can see on the top and a little bit on the left, there's little straggler roots that are working its way through and will inevitably cause that pipe to pretty much fully collapse. Got a little bit of a separation there. Crack there, starting a little semicircle. Concrete piping wasn't porous and allowed roots to invade. It would be one of the better materials because it is strong. So this is a little bundle of roots that was left. But as you can see, the pipe on the bottom there, this is right at 35, so I think this is where our problem area is, and I think that the side of that pipe is missing. So unfortunately, I think that if we cut all of those roots out successfully, we might have had a bigger issue, so kind of have the perfect storm. A little bit more roots. And this is where the pipe gets a little wonky, so it comes up and then goes over. And then you can kind of see to the right little pieces of rock. So kind of a continuation of that previous area. Normally you'll only run into roots at the joints, but this is pretty consistent section there, about 40 feet out. There was also a belly right before this area, so I'm assuming that the ground shifted and Caused a little bit of back pitching. So top of the pipe, probably missing a chunk out of the top of the pipe there. Those are some pretty large roots. And you can see the divot there. So recommendation for a final solution is to replace pretty much all of the concrete section to the foundation. This is just really difficult to clean those roots out, and sometimes you'll pull the roots out and the pipe will come with it. And then this is our transition, right about 20 feet from the clean out, 20 to 23, going into our cast iron. Our cast iron actually looks pretty good. A little bit of roots there, that's a more normal amount. The cast iron is the section, though, that has a little bit of a belly that kind of collects waste. So from, I'll say from about the 20-foot mark, so 2 feet from the transition, and you can kind of see how the pipe is kicked up and then falls down, and it should just be flush with the bottom of that. So it's back pitched right here. Otherwise, the cast iron is in pretty good condition for it being cast iron. Try and clean the camera head off so we can actually see. The cast iron appears to be intact and circular. A lot of times it'll flatten out on the bottom, or you'll get a channel as it rots away. For the most part, I mean, there's a little bit of scale buildup. The cast iron doesn't really seem to be a pressing issue. It is rather shallow, just sitting on the top of the dirt in the crawl space, so it is one of the easier repairs to make, but it's that concrete piping that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. And that brings us out of our clean out. This has been Grayson with Garvin's. Thank you.